Hey guys, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new Netflix film, Red Notice. And in this film we have Gal Gadot, Ryan Reynolds, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, all kind of playing the same characters that they normally play, except for Gal. Gal got a little bit darker, which I really appreciated. She went the villain route and she played it quite well in this. So it's a generic heist film. It's a very generic heist film, but you have these actors who we have grown to love, and it kind of feels like an adventure film at the exact same time. So we do have Dwayne Johnson as an FBI agent, and he has to catch Ryan Reynolds right out of the gate. We have some action scenes, and there are these 3 eggs from Cleopatra's tomb that are worth millions of dollars, and they're all in these different locations. I do think that the opening of this film sets up that storyline and trying to capture the 3 eggs and who has to steal all of these eggs and what ends up happening when you bring them all together and yada yada yada. They really just presented that in the opening of this film, and it was fun. It's an entertaining film. It's perfect for this weekend if you want like a fun dumb action film with some of some of our typical fun actors that we love in these action movies. So the thing with Ryan Reynolds, and I adore him, every time he opens his mouth, unfortunately, I do hear Wade Wilson, and it's the same. It's all the same quips and all of that. He's really funny in this. Some jokes land, some don't. I don't think that Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds had a strong enough chemistry as like the buddy cop duo that was kind of like forced upon us at this time. I think that The Rock wasn't really giving anything to Ryan Reynolds to bounce off of each other, and that's where the duo kind of struggled. You would think Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds going back and forth with each other, but I think because Dwayne Johnson was the straight man and Ryan Reynolds was, really just hitting these jokes out of the park, it wasn't working for me, unfortunately. Like, Dwayne Johnson was literally like a brick wall majority of the time. So, I do understand that the straight man has to do that, but you also have to be able to banter a little bit with your scene partner in regards to some comedic moments throughout. So they did have heart-to-hearts. There were some great emotional moments between the two of them. I do think that they really played up the whole like lovey-dovey best friend type of angle between the both of them as the film went on. I thought that was really fun that, cop and con get together and work together. So I think that was the fun part of this. And then Gal kind of steps in, and her role of the bishop was really entertaining. I think she did go over the top with it, but not like too over the top where like a typical villain would go. She was really playful and kind of mean. She was playful and mean and really cutthroat, and I love that. This works for her. I think her bouncing off of Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson, I think that kind of trio was really fun once they were together on screen, and they had some great banter. Action scenes were cool. Some of them were really wonky because in my eyes, I'm like, if you are a thief, you're gonna have to fight people. And then all of you, depending on how good you are at stealing things, the fight choreography has to be polished and it has to look good, and you can't be scared to fight the other person. And I think that's what was going on at one point. I think there was a clip that Netflix dropped where it was Gal fighting Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds, and that's the clip where I was like looking at it in context, and it was kind of extended. I just didn't really vibe with it. I was very confused because they're all supposed to know how to fight, and then the fight choreography looked really bad. really bad, and I didn't like the way they did that. But it's not a perfect movie, but it's a lot of fun. You have Ryan Reynolds, who's an absolute joy to watch, even though he plays Wade Wilson in everything now. We just want a Deadpool 3. Just give us a Deadpool 3, and we'll stop saying that you're like Wade Wilson in every single movie, because we can't get the guy out of our heads. So please, just give us Deadpool 3. Please, I can't do this anymore. We love watching you and other stuff, Ryan, but please just give us Deadpool 3. It's getting a bit exhausting watching these movies and hearing Wade Wilson, but not actually having him in his third installment. So that's what I got to say about Red Notice. There's, some great things about it. Some jokes didn't land, but the twists in the third act, they just kept coming. And I was very surprised. So again, the chemistry wasn't the greatest between Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds to carry the first half of this film. Gal Gadot's character as the Bishop was top notch. And then when they all come together towards the end, it really, really worked with their banter and their skill level between all three of them. So that is my review of Red Notice. It was fun, don't get me wrong. It's not the greatest, but very entertaining. Probably won't revisit it. But you have some of our favorite people in this movie in a heist film. So give it a go. If you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.